Hello and welcome to this Croakey Health Media Update. I'm Ruth Armstrong, one of Croakey's editors, speaking today from Gadigal land, where I acknowledge and pay respects to the elders past and present, and to all First Nations people who are watching today and whose nations this broadcast and Croakey's content is touching. How long will the world let this go on? You might well echo this question posed by senior ABC journalist John Lyons last week in response to the news that increasing numbers of people in Gaza, especially children, are starving to death. In an article up at Croakey, Professor Rob Moody and other Australian health workers are asking colleagues to join them in a rolling hunger strike and other advocacy efforts pressing for an end to this man-made famine. In other world news, a landmark decision by the International Court of Justice has found that states are obligated under international law to protect the global climate system, a decision hailed as a turning point in global climate justice. Croakey asked a number of experts to comment on this for another post. Connections between the environment and our health are front and centre at Croakey right now, including the words of Ngunnawal elder Auntie Violet Sheridan in her welcome to country at the opening of Parliament last week, where she urged our MPs to walk gently, listen, and carry the spirit of this country with them. In other stories, Alison Barrett investigates the health impacts of the algal bloom devastating South Australia's waters and coastlines. There's news of a project looking at climate adaptation strategies around Australia, and a group of scientists explain why the US government's decision to nix their Environmental Protection Agency's Office of Research and Development is very bad news for global efforts in chemical safety, pollution control, and public health. There's much more to read up at Croakey, including the return of Charles Maskell-Knight with The Zap and Leslie Russell with The Health Wrap, which joins the dots on some recent news and research you might have heard about. You can read all these articles and much more at the website www.croakey.org. Feel free to share via social media or email, or subscribe to the weekly bulletin to get a fuller picture of what we're publishing. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.